All right, first things first, if you don't have a Canva account, go ahead and sign up for a free account, either using Google, Facebook, Apple, or sign up using your email address. Once you've signed up, you'll be presented with the Canva homepage. For this tutorial and demo, I want to show you on my free Canva account versus a Canva Pro account, which I'll also explain the difference between Canva and Canva Pro. Getting around the homepage is quite simple to understand. You've got your search bar here where you can search for whatever type of template you're looking for. At the bottom, you've got tabs such as recommended, social media, events, marketing, documents. So these are kind of a bit more categorized, if you will. Looking below, you've got your designs. So these are designs that you've already created on Canva. You can expand your designs by clicking your designs or going to all your designs by clicking here. Now that'll bring up all the designs that you've ever created on Canva on your account. On the left, you can see shared with you. So these are designs and templates that were shared from other users of Canva. On the brand kit page, this is where you control your brand colors and your brand logos. So you can actually upload it and add your brand colors. This isn't so much an issue if you're just trying to create random sort of designs, but if you do work for a company and they've got a specific color palette, then it will be very time saving, since once you create a new canvas, a new design, it'll bring up that color palette. If you have team members and collaborate with others on designs, then you can use the create a team and give your team a name. That will customize the homepage a bit more and gives a better feel. Once you create a team, you can access your team's shared designs, keep your branding consistent, as well as provide feedback on designs directly. Under all your folders, this is a way to organize your designs. So we can actually create a new folder and give this a name. So let's say Instagram. Create a new folder. Now that my folder is created called Instagram, I can organize any Instagram related designs right here in this folder. Your trash includes anything that you deleted. You can recover it straight here. Let's now go back to the homepage so I can explain a bit more of what you see right here. So at the top, you've got your navigation. These are templates categorized by social media, personal, business, marketing, education, and trending. On the right, you've got designs that are more categorized based on, let's say, photos or icons, print products, apps, and explore. Under Learn, this is where you get to learn more about how to use Canva. So feel free to go through that at your own time and pace. Pricing gives you more details as to what the free, pro, enterprise, education, and non-profits plans are. That's all for the navigation. You can also change some of your settings, such as your password and your email address under account settings. Now, with that said, let's create a new design. There are actually a couple of ways on how you can create a new design. First way is to actually search for what you want. Simply enter what you want. Let's say logo, which is what I've got in my history there. And that'll bring up all the logo templates. The second way is to browse through their categories such as the recommended, social media, events, marketing, and so on. But let's say if we can scroll here, we can see logos and other types of designs. Going down, we can also see all the other options. So that's another way to look for what you want to create. The other way is to go to create a design and to search for what you want, or pick from one of the suggested as mentioned before. Now, if you do have specific dimensions for your design, then click on create a design and click on custom dimensions. Enter the dimensions such as the width and the height. This is in pixels by default, but you can also change it to inches, millimeters, centimeters. Now, the great thing about Canva is that they already know the optimal size for certain marketing collateral or certain social media posts or channel art. So if you actually go to social media, we can see for Instagram stories, it knows what size is the most optimal, which is 1080 by 1920 pixels. For this demo, I'm going to just work on an Instagram post. So if we search Instagram post, there's actually one there already as a suggested. So we're going to click on Instagram post. We've got 1080 by 1080 pixels. Click once. And now all these templates are brought up based on Instagram post. Scrolling down, you'll see some of the templates they provide. I'm just going to choose this one right here where it says Sunday mood. That'll preload all the elements such as the text, the images. Now, one of the caveats that you'll see right away is that there's this watermark that says Canva over the images. This is because you need a Canva Pro account for some of the elements and images used on these templates. So if you do see that watermark there on any of the templates, then that means it's a Canva Pro feature or element. If we click once, we can see remove watermarks, and then that'll show you how much it's actually going to cost if you want to purchase it once off. So you're given the option to buy it once off, or you can click on start your free trial, which gives you a Canva Pro account and unlimited access to all their elements and their photos, their stock images in their database. Now, obviously, you don't want to use the default images and some of the elements that are on here. So we can actually delete these elements. And let's talk about some of the tools, the features, the options, the shortcuts that you can use on Canva. Let's first talk about the interface and the design tools that you'll see here. At the top, we're going to start and rename this first to our Instagram post, or whatever you want to title yours as. So this could be Instagram post that's inspirational. On the left side, you've got templates. So if you do want to add more templates to your current design or canvas here, you can do so by selecting any of these or searching the templates database. In the upload section, you can upload your own images, videos, or audio files, as you can see. And really all you need to do is just drag and drop to this section or straight to the canvas right here. Now, under photos, these are stock photos that are in the Canva database. Some of these images that you'll see are free, and you can tell by just hovering over any of the images and you'll see the little tab there. Searching their database is very straightforward. Click the top here where it says search millions of photos. So let's say sunglasses. We can see all the sunglasses that come up here. And you'll see as well that there are some pro images that do need to be purchased, or you can also grab your Canva Pro account. Under elements, you'll see some animated sort of stickers. You got charts, shapes, frames, lines, and we'll run through some of these and insert some of these to this design just to give you an example. Scrolling down, you've got more vector images, so you can add objects as well, and all sorts of things depending on what you want to add to your design. Clicking on the text tab, you'll see the option and the ability to add your own text. So let's say heading or a subheading or some body text. You've also got some pre-designed sort of headlines as well. So you've got also font combinations that may be handy based on your design. Canva also allows you to add music to your actual designs. So if you have, let's say, an Instagram story, or you have a short video, or whatever the case may be, you can add it right here. On top of music, you've got videos where you can add stock videos to your design too. You can add a background to your design by clicking background and searching the database from here. Folders is a way to organize your designs, but to create a new folder, you do need a Canva Pro account. Under more, you've got other apps that are built into Canva or integrations from third-party apps. With the interface now explained, I'm going to go through how to actually edit this template right here, add your own images, text, elements, and things such as that. So first things first, what you can do is to edit the existing text that's on this template. If you click once, you're given more options in terms of the font style. At the moment, it's using Playfair Display, but by clicking it, you're given more font options. Some are free fonts to use, while others require a Canva Pro account. Changing the font is as simple as clicking the font that you like. And as you can see, now it's changed and updated. If you don't like it, you can always undo. And that's one of the things that is great about Canva. You can just click undo. Doesn't matter if you made a mistake. Now you can also use your keyboard as a keyboard shortcut to undo. And that's simply Control Z or Command Z on the Mac. And that should do the trick. So it's intuitive in that way that it does take in some of the most common shortcuts that you would expect if you were to use any type of design or publishing or kind of document processing tool. I'm going to change the text by clicking and then entering what I want. So let's say Monday mood instead. So that looks good, but it's not aligned yet, right? So what we can do is just click once and then just drag where we want. As you can see, but there are guides as well. This purple guide that shows, and you can tell where the center is. So that helps in that way. You You can also expand the actual size of the text block, but as you can see, it's now left aligned, or it was left aligned from the beginning. But if you do want to center that, all you need to do is just click here where it says alignment, and that will align it based on where you want it. So I'll click on center. You can also add certain effects such as the shadow effect. So let's say shadow, that gives a nice pop to it, or a lift. You can do a hollow or outline, splice, or echo. So let's say shadow, and we can actually change the settings more precisely. So the offset, the direction, the blur amount, and the transparency. So those are effects, but for now, I'm just going to choose no effects. To change the size of the text, all we need to do is just click once, click the size option, and then selecting what size we want. So 72 looks like that. The other way to resize any particular text or element is to just click once and you'll see a lever. We're going to just drag the corner like so, drag it how big or small we want. So that's the text there. What we can also do is delete what we don't want. So I'm just going to click this one once, and then on my keyboard, I'll click on delete. And I also don't want any of these images right here. So now we're left with this. So instead of this text here, we can actually put something else or completely remove it so that we can add our own text. So I'm just going to click this once, delete it. For the existing elements, we can change the colors. So if we don't like the gray here, we can click once on that element, click this, and then click on, let's say, black here. Or we can actually choose a custom color by using this color spectrum here and then going and selecting what color we want. So if we just click on green here and then changing where we want, just like that, and that's what it looks like. But of course, you'd use your own brand colors. You can do the same for all the other elements. So let's say this one here, choose the same color or slightly different color or shade. The other element behind, we can also change by clicking once and then click on the color. And let's say I want this gray instead. But instead of the gray, I want to change it a bit lighter. So from here, I'll just change it a bit lighter from there. And that looks pretty good. Now let's add a photo by clicking photo, and from here we can search for what we want. So in this case, what I want to do is search for a laptop or someone that's working, and these are all pro images. But if we scroll down, we'll also find some free ones like this one here. This one looks pretty good actually. So once you do find the photo that you want to add, just click once. That'll add it to the canvas, and from here we can align it, resize it too using the drag levers here. We can also crop it by just dragging on the side. So let's say we just want that part right there and then drag to the center. What you can also do is flip it, let's say horizontally, so that it's the other way. But let's undo that. If you have an image or images that you want to add from your computer, then it's as simple as just finding the image that you want to add and then dragging it to the canvas. And that, in my opinion, is the easiest way to add your images, as opposed to going uploads and then upload media, which you then need to browse for. So I found just by dragging and dropping is the easiest way. So now that it's uploaded, I can resize it. And let's say I want it in this corner or somewhere here. Now let's go ahead and add a couple more elements to this design. We can add, let's say, a triangle. I just want to show you as an example in case you want to add your own elements. So click on the shape that you want. We can also see all, but I'm just going to choose triangle at this point, and that'll insert it. We can change the colors by clicking once, changing the actual color right here. Let's say we want this dark gray. Now we drag the corner or one of the corners to the size that we want. So let's say here. What we can also do is rotate. So right here, that little icon, we can rotate to however many degrees that we want. So let's say somewhere here, like so. Now, the next thing I want to share with you is positioning on Canva, because sometimes you want this image or whatever element or text to be behind a certain element or elements. So in this case, let's say we want this behind this green one here. We can click the actual image once. Right here where it says position, we can click on backward or to back. So the difference is to back will bring or put that image all the way to the back of all the other elements and layers. So let's say to back, that's going to bring it all the way to the back. And now obviously we can't see it. So let's undo that, but we want it just behind this green element right here. So I'll click this image once again, click on position, click on backward, and now it is behind the element. Now, if we choose backward again, that'll then put it behind the layer behind that. So backward. So as you can see, as you click more and more, it'll bring it back another layer. But let's undo that. But of course, this doesn't look good, so I'll undo it again. But just wanted to show you how to use the positioning feature. Now, referring back to text, I do want to show you how to actually add text without going to text and then clicking what you want. All you need to do really is on your keyboard, press the T key. So if I press T now on my keyboard, that'll insert some text to the canvas. And just like that, I've got new text that I can add. So let's say, today, a good day. All right. And that kind of goes well with the Monday mood. And what we can do now is to change the text, change the colors too. So let's say we want white instead, since it stands out a bit better against these other elements. And then what I'm going to do now is just to resize it like so. And somewhere here, even though it doesn't really stand out so much, we can add some effects such as shadow. But let's change the color right here, changing it to black, and that stands out a bit more, but you get the idea. In terms of photo effects, you can click on the photo that you want to adjust or edit. Click on either filter and then choose a certain filter to add to it. So let's say epic. Let's actually use this image here. Choose epic, and that'll apply the filter, and you can add how much of an intensity you want to apply to that particular image. So you'll see that there's different filters that you can add. So this is a great little addition if you do want to add a bit more effect to your image. If you want to fine tune the brightness and the saturation a little more and all sorts of things, we can go to adjust, click on brightness, and just the lever that goes up and down, and you can see the effect of it. There's also contrast, and you've got your saturation. Now it looks a little ridiculous, so we'll just click on reset, but you get the idea now. You've also got your blur effect, so either blurry or sharper. And there's also the X process right here. And lastly, the vignette to add a bit more of that shadow around the edges. Now, let's say you want to create multiple images for that same project or design. You can go back to templates and actually add one of the templates right here, or you can click on add page at the bottom, and that'll add a blank canvas. Now, you can alternatively, if you are just working on the same template, just click on duplicate page. That'll basically make a clone of that, and then you can edit as you wish. Now, if you want to create a new design but on the same project, we can click on add page. So do that now, and then what we can do is go to templates, choose one of the templates that have been pre-designed right here. So let's scroll down and select which one that we like. We've got this Easter sale one. So let's say you like that one, even though it's not Easter at the time of recording. We can actually apply it to this new canvas. So click that once, that'll apply it right there. So if you're creating things such as Instagram carousels, then this may be handy by creating multiple pages, but still sticking within the same design and project. Now, once you're happy with your design, it's time now to download the images. You can click on download and then select the file type. So PNG is what the Canva suggested. So we can also select different formats such as PDF if that's what you want. Some of these features are for Canva Pro users, and at the bottom you'll see select pages. So let's say you only want page 1, you can select page 1 and then click done. Once you click download, it'll only download page number 1. 9 amazing uses for Canva in 4 minutes. As you may or may not know, Canva is an easy to use design tool which you can use to pretty much create anything such as resumes, presentations, social media graphics, invitations, and so much more. Now with that said, let's get started and I'll start the timer now. Okay, tip or use number 1 is, did you know that Canva allows you to create product mockups? Well, check this out. We've got a product mockup. I've got this image. If you click once, click on effects, you'll see an option for smart mockups. If you don't see this, simply scroll down and then look underneath you may also like, click it and enable it. Once you have that enabled, click on see all, and then you can see all the product mockups that you can create, from iPhone mockups to laptop mockups. But in this case, I'm going to use an ebook mockup for this example. So this one right here, click it once and then it'll basically convert this image into a 3D professionally looking realistic ebook. Now I can just resize it and use it in any marketing collateral that I want. Tip number 2 is that you can use Canva to generate colors for your brand. For this tip, what you're going to want to do first is browse the net to find any photos that inspire you and the brand colors that you like. Once you've done that, upload it to Canva and then load it up to your canvas. In this case, I've got these coffee tones, which I simply love. Now you can generate brand colors or a color palette straight from this by simply going to text, insert any text you want. So I've got this heading here, and then once I click that, click on the text color, and now you see your color palette right here. Now I can stay consistent in terms of brand colors on my website, my products, and also marketing collateral. Tip number 3 is that you can create graphs straight inside Canva by using their graph maker. Simply go to canva.com/graphs. Enter your graph name, click on create my graph now, choose a graph type right here. Let's say I want a pie chart, click on pie chart, select the style, click on the pie chart, click on edit, enter your figures, so let's say 10% as opposed to the 15% default. And as you can see, now it's adjusted the pie chart. You're free to also change the colors by clicking it, changing the color. Let's select this, and there we go. Next up, ever wanted to remove the background from your photo, or you want to isolate yourself so only you are in the picture? Well, Canva's got a background remover. Simply upload your image, load it up to your canvas, click it, click on effects, click the background remover once. That'll do its job of detecting the background and isolating yourself or the object. And in just a matter of seconds, you've got the background removed. Side note though, this is a Canva Pro feature only. Number 5, Canva allows you to create all sorts of text effects. Here are 9 different examples that I can show you. We've got the frames effect, the curved glitch, 3D, perfectly aligned text, highlight effect, hollow, solid, and minimalist. Number 6, you can use Canva as a video editor. Simply upload your video in the uploads, click on videos, add the video to your blank canvas, select the video, and then you'll see this scissors icon. Click it once. Now I can cut where I want, so let's say the first couple of seconds right here, and let's say I need to take another second from the end. Once you're done with the cuts, click on done. And now your video is cut. Number 7, Canva allows you to enhance your photos. Here's a photo I took which looks quite flat and dull. I can enhance this easily by clicking the image once. I would go then to adjust, and then I can adjust the brightness as well as the contrast, give it a bit more color, a bit of saturation. You can even add vignette, so it gives that dramatic effect. And here's the before and after. Number 8, you can design and print physical products. Using Canva Print, you can create business cards, business prints, mugs, t-shirts, photo books, brochures, and much more. Here's an example. I've got coffee is life, and then we can either choose one side, both sides, customize your options, selecting the color of the t-shirt that you want, selecting the style, select the size, and continue the steps to get your custom t-shirt printed. And number 9, you can make money by selling your Canva designs. Let's say you've created your design. I've got this presentation for my demo. I can provide a customizable version for my customers by clicking on share. At the bottom, click on share a link. Select share a link to use as template. Click on the copy link option. And this is the exact link you want to deliver to your customers once they've purchased your Canva template. So there you have it, 9 amazing uses for Canva in 4 minutes.